So you've been hearing just this morning, actually, lots of people who can't get to work and do their usual jobs in the usual way. And this might be due to the fact that their line of work is impossible because of social distancing. Now, one of those professions, and when you think about it, this makes absolute sense, is, of course, the sex industry, which covers everything from escorts to people working in strip clubs. A couple of people to talk to about this. Firstly, in Nottingham, Victoria, who also goes by the name Classy in the industry, has found her work affected by the pandemic, and she's on the line. Hello there.
Hello.
How are you? How's lockdown for you?
Hi. Do you know what? I'm really enjoying it. I'm really just like taking time out and just enjoying it with the children at the minute. Yeah, I'm sat in the back garden now.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people are doing this kind of taking stock and having a bit of a slower pace to life. But I'm thinking about your line of work. How has that been affected?
Oh, it's been hugely effective, massively. Obviously, I can't, there's no way I can do my job via social distancing at all whatsoever, whether that's making movies or doing the escorting. So I've had to completely stop. And the only thing I'm doing at the minute to keeping us afloat is my online OnlyFans and selling my movies. So, yeah.
So movies... Again, I've got to, we've been grown up about this, but I've got to be sensitive to people who might be, I don't want to shock anyone, but the kind of movies that you do would have people signing up and they've got to pay for that kind of thing, correct?
Yeah, that's right. That's correct, yes.
Okay. So what you're saying is at the moment there are certain ways of doing those on your own, but you can't have other people around making movies in that kind of sense.
Exactly, yes. And also all our studios have been shut as well. So we're having to adapt. So yeah, I've been using a makeshift studio at the minute.
Right. So what kind of an impact does that have in terms of money? What kind of a difference has that made to you?
Oh, hugely. I mean, I'd usually earn around about £2,000 a week. And at the minute, I'm barely reaching £200 a week, so it's had a huge effect.
Sorry, I almost spat my drink out of that. You normally make £2,000 a week?
About £2,000 a week, yes.
Wow, there's some serious cash in this industry, isn't there?
Definitely, yes.
So I would imagine normally you would be classed as self-employed?
Self-employed, yes, I am.
Okay. Now, I know the government has been talking about helping self-employed people across the board. So have you been getting any of that help?
Okay, so I did apply online as I'm self-employed. I should have been able to get a grant of £3,000. So I applied for it, but because I put my tax return in after the lockdown, what the tax are saying is I'm not eligible for it. And I'm guessing that is because I could have adapted my books to suit me being eligible for the money, if you get me. So I'm not entitled to anything, and I mean luckily I do have savings, so that's one kind of bonus. So we're kind of just like living on that at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, I dare say there will be some people saying, well, I guess you could, I don't know how other jobs are looking at the minute, but could you go and do something else? I don't know if there was a retail job come up or something like that.
I know it's difficult though, isn't it? Doing a retail job, I'll probably be earning exactly what I'm kind of earning at the minute now, just on my OnlyFans and doing my videos. So, that takes a lot of time to kind of like put the input in, advertising yourself on social media. It's kind of a full-time job. And the problem is as well, when you have been in the adult industry and then you try and apply for a normal job, it's not easy.
Well, I can imagine, you kind of past experience and stuff like that, and there's only, I get that side of things. What about when things slowly start getting back to normal? I don't know what's the kind of word around your industry about when things might start returning to some kind of normal.
Well, we're thinking next year, to be honest.
Really?
I mean, the majority of people are thinking January time. And the thing is, I've kind of tried to use this as a positive thing at the minute, because I wanted to stop my escorting completely and just concentrate on selling my videos. So I kind of took this time to really concentrate and try and do that.
Right. Well, listen, I wish you well. It's been really, really interesting talking to you on lots of levels. So that is one example in this particular industry. Here's someone else. You may have heard Lexi Lou before. She's actually due to be on the show on Friday as one of our guests on Loose Ladies. And normally she goes into strip clubs and teaches people there. But that's obviously had to change as well. How are you?
Hello, how are you, darling? Good to hear you again.
Yeah, you too. And what about you? What about your line of work? How's that been affected?
Well, it's interesting, actually, because it took a turn for the worse to start off with. Obviously, with all the strip clubs being closed, that was my main income, my business. So I've had to actually adapt it now, and I've actually branched out into all different areas of the adult entertainment industry, including OnlyFans, which is what Victoria was saying.
So OnlyFans, this is where people sign up, they pay a subscription, and then they get, well, what do they get from you?
Exactly that. Well, not myself, actually. This is something I'm actually teaching now to girls. So not only am I teaching the stripping side of things, I'm actually teaching webcamming, teaching OnlyFans, teaching how to have a business from home through MLM. I'm giving opportunities for so many women and others as well to actually pitch and sell their courses on my site. So many other people have just loads of different avenues and ways to make money, obviously during the whole coronavirus epidemic.
Right. So your side of the story seems rather different to Victoria's just now. I mean, she's had a huge downturn from what you're saying is. Some people, at least, are trying to find other ways around this.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a very hard situation, and she's done the perfect thing. I'm credit hats off to her. By going on to OnlyFans, it seems like one of the best solutions for women in our industry right now. Because, and to be honest, it's not even just our industry, and this is what people are missing. OnlyFans was actually not created for the adult entertainment industry. It was actually created for anyone that wanted to sell something for a subscription of their gift and what they can teach someone. So you could even be teaching anything from fitness tips on there. You could do whatever you want, whatever your gift is and your ability. It could be PUA techniques, I don't know, anything you want. And basically, the return is you're getting a subscription, a monthly subscription every single month, in return for you basically having almost like, I want to say like almost like a Instagram platform where you're posting every single day and keeping people up to date, and you can go live and do all of these other aspects. It's almost like a social media account that you get paid for.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder how much of this kind of thing is going to stick around for quite a while, because in some ways that sounds to me like it could be safer for a lot of the people concerned. Listen, we'll have to leave it there, but good catching up with you. Lexi, thank you. Victoria as well. There we are, a little update on one particular industry that maybe you haven't heard that much about, but like lots of other lines of work, definitely affected in the current climate.